Hello everyone and welcome back to Riverbend Springs, right, where we have an utterly busy day today. I apologise, but we do. We have, by my maths, 4 oat fields and a sugar beet field I hope to have planted by the end of the day. Now, first of all, I need to go up and do a little ripping job. Now, basically I have a plan of a little system going. Look at this, died. Basically, this big fen here is going to go along. He's going to be ripping fields, hopefully ripping the oilseed radish out of the fields. Well, first of all, I need you to come and do a little job for me, because 2 of the fields we bought towards the start of this season, I want to make into 1. So I need to quickly go up there and remove a lane. Anyways, as I say, so the plan is that we're going to have myself in the New Holland with the big rented planter. We're going to have an AI in the Steyr with our seeder. And then the trouble is I need a 4th tractor. Now I know you're all going to shout at me right now and say, well, you shouldn't have sold the Deutsche Verhaar. You're probably right. However, all I want this tractor for is to run the roller. Oh, what's been planted? That's interesting. What's been planted on there? Now the roller only needs 160 horsepower, so we don't need a big British tractor like this one in order to do it. Nobody saw that, so everything's okay. You see, that lane in between the 2 fields has just got to go. And then we become one nice big field that we can just plant in one go. But, so like I say, we only need about 160 horsepower worth of tractor. But look what happened, the used vehicle section is being kind to us. So fine. Now very quickly just get rid of this line in between here. It's going to be one big field. It's going to be one long field, that's for sure. Actually, this should be our main oat field. So my plan is 88 is going to be our sorghum field. Obviously the 2 cotton fields are planted, although one of them actually needs weeding. That's another job on this. I have to get the hoe out. There's a little bit in the middle to get rid of. Looks to be a divot or 2 in this field, which is one of those things. Yeah, that's that done. So now I need to take this guy to the nearest field that needs probably 85, because these 85 are going to be sugar beets. Which side of the road's the ferry on? There's a ferry across. Yeah, field 85 is going to be the sugar beet field now. I want to get that planted today. Now, we've only planted sugar beets. They're literally going to go straight into the biogas plant, I think, unless we do something different between now and then, but that's my current plan. Basically, we've got the nice big oat fields. All these around here are going to be oats. Oilseed radish, oats, say, sorghum. And these 3 are going to be our root crops. These 3 are going to be our parsnips, red beets and carrots. I haven't decided which one's which exactly yet. But they all need planting in April, which is why I say we need to kind of get a lot done in May. Because we need to really try and get these oats. So I also want that for. I want so many tractors on the job because it means we can get stuff planted, get stuff rolled. Go to the boat right across. I'll introduce you to what our new tractor is going to be, because thankfully the used vehicle section is coming up trumps today. If we look in here, you don't believe it, the fucker was sold. There was a Valtra Valmet, the old style, one of these. No, I don't need any more power than that. I'll probably buy one. I like the idea of trying one. I'd love to use that one, but I think it's not a good mod. Nah. That's a bugger. There. Okay, maybe field one. We've got to figure that one out when we get there then. Okay, and I'm not buying, before you say no, I'm not buying that. Aside from the fact we have nowhere near the money, I just do not need something like that. But still, that doesn't change the plan. It does, but it doesn't. Because I still want to try and get as much rolled, as much planted as possible. the rolling, we end up having to rent a tractor or finance one or something. Don't even ask me what happened there, because I honestly do not know. Yeah, I think we rent a tractor. No, we need to go to 85 first, because getting the sugar beets in is going to be real important. Yeah, now, obviously, the plant that I rented at the end of the last episode, because it's a mod one, it actually does every kind of crop I discovered, which is why I said we're going to use that. I think we're using that to do some sowing with. So if I set this guy up here to start ripping this. So the other thing, I don't know if I mentioned before, precision farming. I've talked about it, we're going to do it. So should we start purchasing soil information? Look at if soil information is not that expensive in this map, which is good. This is going to help us just hopefully make the field even better. Oh, nothing on there I can do. Let's see, the 0 acre field. It knows there's no field there. If I do this now, then hopefully it'll mean the deal. No, not. It might use less seeds. It might also use more. These are going to be the big expensive ones, I bet. So is that every field we own? So yeah, so you see there, no yield because we haven't got that yet. Seed rates we'll start to figure out next time. But no, I decided to turn it on fan, just to give us a chance to have a look at it. I'm probably going to use it quite heavily in the next series, I think. So I want to kind of have a look at it, but there's one more thing, because it's going to mean that probably, if we've got another planting season, lime's going to be a big thing. We probably are going to have to lime at the end of this year now. Something I should have done a while ago, but I've always managed to avoid. We set you off. No, not you. Oh, you can see there, that's everything that was at the sawmill before I started. No, we sell that. That's the kind of thing that if we needed more money, we could just go and sell some of this stuff. Let's jump into this guy. Let's extend this guy. Taking over to field 84, we can be planting oats on there. So he's going to be using our seeder, which is the one just in here. Last year's already. Now we're probably going to want some more seeds and fertilizer because we definitely don't have any. We have none in storage, so we're probably going to need to buy some, but I'm hoping these guys can have a good start first without it. Another one I'm using has got quite a large capacity tank in it and was fairly full. Obviously that is ready for cutting again, but we don't need anything off it right now, so I'll leave it as it is. All the animals should be good. I moved what needed to be moved. Food levels. Yep, they're all pretty darn good. How much milk? Nearly 2,000 litres. So yeah, so I messed about. Unfortunately, we've had to lose the speedy production mod. That's basically the mod that was causing the problem with this menu, because you can see now this menu is now fine again. Remember all that. Hey, you two both need a water top up. Good to know. Also, yeah, we do now also own the spinnery. Right, I'm going to check what fabric's actually up there, because it's been going a little while now. There may be some waiting for me. I'm going to set this guy up actually doing 83, because I think if I can get the big field I'm doing done quickly, 84 might be another good one for my machine to do. I've got a lot more working width than he has. I'll say the rolling pies. I know our roller needs 160 horsepower, so really you want 180, 200 on the slight hills they have to contend with. There was a perfect like Volta Valmet. I only spent 100k on one with brand new, because it may not be that good. Well, have you only just got started? Let's put some nitrogen in, but it might not be enough. 20 minutes, okay. No, you're running, go off. This is going to be our team. The newest member of the fleet, the one we bought last episode in order to do a lot of these jobs. is an amazing beast to have access to. It's 10,000 litres fertilizer, 15,000 litres of seeds. Hopefully that's enough to get. You see, this thing does everything. There's O2 I want to do right now. I'm going to use this guy for the sugar beets. If I can get sort of like this field, this one and maybe this one done. Now with the bulk what we need, and it's going to be difficult to turn this long. Do we a bend in the middle? I realise how that would cause us a problem. It hasn't even got rear steer, has it? It's doing this the fully solid way, which, yeah, is interesting. The game's very quick to put steers on things like this, so it's actually quite refreshing to see it not. But yeah, man, crossing the road right the crest of the hill, that doesn't seem the most logical thing on the planet. Hopefully that's all our field. I think I can't see any more green. So do that just to keep the game happy. So here's me coming to the one I need to do. Doing assist. Do two tram lines. Two headlands, sorry. I'm going to go up to that top corner and make a start from there. Down this unfolding. Oh yeah, there we are, it's just taking its time. It was a quite complex process unfolding this. The angry horn that you end up with. Okay, so I'm going to get this field done, people. Why don't you just all sit back and enjoy. You know, it's amazing, folks. All the hours in this game, and I'm still learning new things. Like, I didn't realize there was two different types of school bus. Until I took what I'm hoping you guys saw as the thumbnail. But yeah, I genuinely didn't know that. There's like an old and a newer style one. Amazing. Thanks, yeah, this field is as good as done now. Hopefully as well, looking at these nitrogen levels, we shouldn't actually have to touch this field again. And those pHs aren't looking bad at all. Need to go and do that little section that I missed because I was dithering about earlier. I don't like the ominous way that they've got the hailstone warning coming in, but thankfully the only fields it can really damage are the cotton fields, so hopefully as long as it sort of doesn't do too badly to them. And now we're going to need to pick up a tractor or something to do the rolling. We need to get the rolling started. As that finishes out, so I can then fold that away. A wood harvester's not much use to it right now, I must admit. It's a shame, but I quickly go and sell what's on the back of the truck. You saw all the wood I had on the back of it. If I send this guy to... If I get the AI to take this to 84, he's probably going to crash into a load of stuff, but... Well, that's what can you do? I'm going to have a load of plank stuff in the middle there that'll hopefully go to the... And what I want to maybe try and do is maybe that versatile there. Obviously that's from the Plains and Prairies pack, which was newly launched. So it'd be interesting to use something that I definitely haven't used before, because well, it wasn't in the game till just now. I know you're going to say about them big fours, and I might go and use one at some point, but I'm in no big hurry to. I've used stuff like that before, and they're just not my scene. I'm just happy that Ford are now an official brand in the game, because hopefully to me that throws us open for like 8830s or 69 series, 6940s were they called? Basically ones that I see a lot around here. If I quickly try and give these guys all these planks in the middle, this is the timing. If you can come up with another one of those, that's going to be incredible for us. And if this doesn't make a lot, we then do have a load of stuff in the little warehouse that can go. I've got left some stuff out here. Oh, that's filled him. Guess that's helped less than I thought. Fuck's sake. Oh, that was a fail and a half, wasn't it? We got the money here. I'm gonna leave this here for now, because I can't be arsed dealing with that right now. No, actually, you're not better than I thought you would. Although you are taking a rather roundabout route. You're doing a lot better than I thought you would, I say, as he crashes into a wall. So anyway, tractor purchase. Like I say, that was the one I was looking at. That's the one that was in the used section. Now, we have a good range of stuff here and a good range of prices as well. I said, I want about 200 horsepower. What are you? 195. That's actually not bad at all. Versatile. It's a Kubota, isn't it? Those rear lights. Yeah. It's a Kubota. But anyway, see how much. 200 grand can get us 220 horsepower. The BKT's on it. Don't need a front loader. There's something a bit different. It's like 202,000. So it's knocking our money down a little bit, but for good reason. Right, so you can, you think that's good because I'm then going to use. Then straight over to 81. So I don't know whether I now go and for the next season also I get the sugar beets, and I'm tempted to get the sugar beets done. Because at least by getting those finished, I know that that's done. Because if the O's going to a second day, I'm not as worried. In fact, it might actually be beneficial to us. Although it might then clash with some of the other stuff we want to do. It's certainly an interesting looking tractor, I'll give it that. And like I say, I generally hadn't noticed till now that it is just a Kubota. Oh, the Absolute's finished as well, that's good. Well, I'm going to go drive this guy up to field 25. I'm going to grab our field roller first. But yeah, so this was part of the Plains and Prairies DLC. Obviously it contained a lot of big tractors, but then also this as a nod to the smaller market. Yeah, the dairy's running low. interesting. Bear with me on this one second. So I know a fourth track now means we're gonna have nowhere to park it basically. But I'm sure I can cross that, but I can cover that problem later. I'm now thinking about the problem I have to fix what I did to the goddamn brook. Still can't believe that clip the post and it caused it all to fly off. Jeez. Let's see where you want to go from there. I'm guessing the roller is that worn, it's dragging the whole thing down to a repair level. I'll tell you what, we'll let it do it, because it's not going to hurt it, is it? What I'm thinking now is actually you're going to go and do field 84. Well, the poplar's not ready to harvest, is it? I hope not. No, not yet. Poplar is actually starting to grow though, I'm looking a bit more poplary. Now you're doing 68%, so you've still got plenty of seeds on board. Hopefully I'm hoping some of our fields are on good quality soil, which means we're not going to need a lot of seeds for them. I'm using that one. I have this. It's obviously going to take him a bit longer because he's got a lot less working with. You know, I say I can do this now, so. Luckily for me, to that field shouldn't take long at all. Because I was trying to work out where that new tractor is. I'm guessing his service point, repair centre, so he's going to be here. Because I don't think the AI can figure out how to. Yeah, here he comes. The AI can't always figure out how to get to my like folder one. Yeah, he's going to let do vehicle repair. There's an old school bus and a post van. So like I say, 85 sugar beets, just a couple of things for something different, but say also mainly because it's going to be something that we can just feed it straight to our biogas plant. I was doing some reading what the biogas plant can take, so sugar beets are good straight to it. I'm generally surprised now, because of wood chips, I have a mod. Actually, yeah, I need to look into that. Point class is a sell point for like a little heating plant. Just block by an object. You. Okay, doesn't matter, we can deal with this. I've turned shit, clear field wasn't off. All going wrong. Anyway, while I'm here, I'm assuming it can be classed as a sell point. There was a little heating plant. Piano manufacturer, I was like, I put that into the game. There, look, biomass heating plant. That would have gone really nicely there, wouldn't it? We need money. Right, okay. But I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to get these planted. I get this field planted. Shouldn't take me too long to do this one because it's not half as big as the other one we've just done. Obviously, I need to dispute at some point to go and put the set the roller going. We may even need to get a second roller in at this rate to help get things done in better time. I'm going to have to come back and redo that corner a little bit. There is the AI's planted a couple of sugar beet fields, so that's interesting as well because that gives a prospect of buying or contract for them when the time comes. But anyway, I shall quickly get this field done and then we'll figure out. Like I say, I totally forgot about that biomass heating plant, but it should just definitely say wood chips, doesn't it? Yeah, wood chips. and straw, so it's another place where we can get rid of all that. Anyway, you all sit back and enjoy. I shall get on with this. So the hails here now, I seem to have a weird, I can't believe it's a graphical glitch we're supposed to be doing it, whereas you can, I mean, you can probably hear the hail. I know I can, but don't appear to be seeing anything, which I'm not complaining about because, well, it's still going to be better for you guys watching, but I haven't got this, unless that's all the hail we had, it's now, the weather forecast is still showing. Wow, this roller takes a long time to unfold. Actually, I've just rented a second roller just because it meant I could get on with something while I'm waiting for. Basically, because I can't do any more planting till the he's actually finished that field now, which is good. I can send him over to do 88 as well because that needs doing. Even though we're not planting that today, that's going to be the sorghum field. It just helps us to get it started. It's one less job we have to do because sorghum obviously goes at the same time as all the root crops. I said, thankfully for me this year, I'm not going to be using my proper vegetable planter because, say, that planter that sat down there will do it all for us. Slightly cheaty, I know, but arguing I'm not because that's going to be really, really helpful. As I get this done, the AI is hopefully getting well on with that one. Oh. Christ, when it came back with fucking a vengeance, didn't it? Is it weird? That tree like literally in the perfect position to be a pain when I came around with the cedar. Like whoever planted it just knew somebody's going to use that size piece of equipment on this field. What other thing? Use vehicles. Fluid tanker. Not really much use to us in current setup. We have the little digestate spreader we use. We don't really need anything else, I wouldn't say. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably sell a lot of stuff out of the... Oh, are you across the road there is finished? It is, let's take you up to field 88 and make you start on there. If I take a lot of stuff out of the cold store and go and sell it, that should give us the money to buy that biomass plant. Then at least we're somewhere we can just get rid of the wood chips. That's my main thing, is just get rid of those wood chips. It'll burn them, turn them into power. I'm surprised the biogas plant doesn't. It seems like the kind of thing that they'd be willing to deal with, considering they deal with pretty much anything else flammable. But I will do that, it just means that throughout the year we can just get rid of the wood chips easier. I think it's just a sell point on the production. It needs to be on our land. So over to 88 we need to go, because this one needs ripping as well. The other guys just getting on with things. But I love when you get left and forward, when we get to go, these AI can be really good. So they can also eat crayons, but right now they're actually all behaving themselves, probably thanks to course play. It's doing a lot of the heavy lifting for us right now, it has to be said. Right, into this one. Generate course, because that hasn't changed at all. And if we make a good sale pack, I won't be against start buying us some more land as well while we're here. Yeah, he's doing that, so go back up, because I don't need to roll this again, obviously. He's rolling those two going. It says that, but I can't really do a lot of that. It's the grass that's the problem there. I'm pretty sure poplar doesn't need it. But now the crop's grown, not like I can do unless I was to rip it and start again. And I ain't doing that till I get at least one harvest off it. I'm going to let this thing lower first, because it can start actually rolling until it's pretty much already fully lowered. At least this may last a couple of hours, this hail. It's not going to do any damage. Not showing any yet. Yeah, one of these fields needs weeding. I think it's 76. One we bought, yeah, that. You see there, that definitely needs some weeding doing. We'll have to get the hoe out at some point and give that a going over. Something I forget about because like I say normally our method of doing the fields is so clean that we don't have to worry about things like that. When I buy a field off the AI, I completely forget that I've actually got to put some effort in. Because of course they're lazy bar stewards and never put any in. I jest, of course. Or do I? So we're going to have 2 episodes in today, just because it gives us a chance to get everything we need done. Let's see, get wrong. Sorry, just to back up and grab this little bend because it does miss it. I know as well, I must have some patches of stones that are too big for this. The ones that would really need properly stone picking. Which once again is something I'm not against us doing in the future, but we just never come round to it. So this coming winter though, it's going to be much more of an effort because with precision farming, I happen to know, you get paid a bonus for the fields that have oilseed radish in them in February. If we can get a good amount of our fields turned round in time to be planted like that, then we will be rewarded with a nice bonus little bit of cash. Which, you know me, I'll never turn down extra cash. You know, the bills for this farm keep on going, not helped by the fact that I really like to spend the money I make. Well, trying to see what you do doing through this hail is really not the easiest thing in the world. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. Drifting roller. This is how I miss little bits like that. When maybe do stuff that I don't know. I'm not gonna go around and try to pick up every last little piece. I think I'll drive myself insane. Or even more so than I already am. You spin the camera around really fast, you see that the hail actually disappears until it figures out and like reprofiles it for you. Which I find hilarious. But to tell you what, these field rollers are cheap, aren't they? I mean, 25 or 28 for this. You think of the engineering that's gone into this thing, I think that's a bargain for what you're getting, I really do. I'm not complaining, like, because a good bargain means that we actually, you know, can afford to do it. That's why I've been able to afford to grab a second one. And just very quickly get on with these jobs and help to speed up this process. Well, he takes his time. Yeah, I've got the speed mod activated just so we get around this field in good. Vacutech VA8600. Another slow tank. The game really wants me to buy a slow tanker. 8.6 meters, 15. That will be a better one, probably hence why the price, but still not what we're after right now. Look, how does that stack up to ours? Because that's 18,000 capacity and 14 meter working width. What's ours? I'm going to have to look up which one ours is. Give me a second. Let me just turn this around before we're rolling over some of these forests. I just have to begin with a D. There it was. Ross, yeah, because I really read with the D, David. You absolute blithering idiot. That's 13.5 meters and better capacity, reasonable working width. It's actually probably better sticking with the one we've got right there. That's better. I don't know how old this vehicle is at this point. I think it looks like it's up there. Yeah, that's stuff that came with the farm. In fact, it's that. Wow. Not what I would have expected us to have. What would I expect the answer to be, that's for sure. I'm guessing the spots that's left like that are going to be like, well, it's good to have been damaged by hail and shit. So now they've set this down to where he planted the first oat field. Oh god, car. Nobody saw that. Well, okay. I might just go through and quickly clean up my mess at the at the playground maker. If I can do that quickly, then maybe get into the farmer's market and sell those. That might just give me the money for the heating plant, and then I can sell the wood chips. So where do those planks need to go? What? I do have production to take regular planks, don't I? Throw this into here. Leave this here for now. Where is he? There he is. I thought there was a person stood there. It's like the gate. Oh, I just put these back on here. I know it's not ideal, but hopefully it's enough. And did any out of sugar? Yeah, whole line's actually fallen off. It might be easier to just do this. Okay, not even flashing those have been loaded on, so that's probably a bonus. Get them off. Right. To the walls first. Right, now let's have the wood chips. See, this is where I disagree with it, because he reckons that's all it can fit up there. Number one, no, you'll definitely get 2 more. But also, they will go further forward, as you can see. And they will be fine. But anyway, this is just me being petty with the game, because I just don't think he really knows the size of his own trailer. I say that it's a mod trailer, so I can't really hold it against giants, can I? Apparently there is a way that you can use it in the shop, you can adjust it. I did look at it when I bought this thing, but I honestly couldn't figure it out. I might go back and have a look at it at some point, just to see if I can get any better with it. But this is all the wood chips, and then there's just all the planks. So over there wouldn't take, so I'll have to... Come on. And obviously there'll be a load more stuff at the sawmill, because there's always a load more stuff at the sawmill. Right, so... That's if I bring you up. The right way up, of course. And up on the neck. And then you. Same again. Right way up. Right up on the neck. Push the other guy off. Hell. Should strap him down once I've got him into position, really. Yeah, it's like that. Once he's in, just briefly tighten the strap. It stops it doing what he did there. I'll then have to center that up a little bit more. That the last is just them 2. Hopefully it is just those 2. I don't want to take those planks. No, I'd rather keep them here because they're actually... I would rather they went into the toy maker. What I'm paranoid about and what I don't want to do is I'm hoping the old Zalonka bug that we had in FS22 isn't back, whereby if I left something over the sell point there, it broke and then wouldn't do anymore. I had to go into the XML files in the end and edit that one back. I remember doing as 22, it wasn't great. So I'm going to bomb these over to the file. I don't know if Fireback buys the wood chips as well, it might do, then all their slots are going to go at once for now. If they don't, then hopefully it gives us enough money to buy the biomass heating plant and the wood chips can go there. Like I say, we've got a lot of stuff in our little storeroom as well as everything that's still in production. We do have a lot of production lines going. The two factories, our biggie, but the dairy's going well. All back down to normal speed now, but still. I'm also tempted to actually buy the cement plant, properly buy it. I mean, we don't need it for anything we're doing now. Obviously, this is our latest goal, is to try and get... I don't think we'll be able to finish without all the materials. I don't think it'd be worth having a look at the spinnery, because I definitely took them. Speaking of which, see the materials are down. You're going to pull on, or you know. I was so convinced I was going to pull across the front of me then. So bloody convinced. Well, we should only take us a minute to get there now. Apologies folks, I had to check something there. I think this will be the easiest way up. I take as straight lines as possible and I can just sort of bomb this thing along. Right, who's actually finished? Oh, the Absolute again. Well, pull you out. Excuse me, that's not what I meant to sound like. Well, he might as well go and do the other field that I was going to do then. This is great because that means all these fields around here, and they're all good, they're all reasonable sizes. I mean, obviously the one we're sat on now is by far the biggest, but having all these oats when the grain mill is here, this is the perfect because it means we can just feed it all absolutely straight into the grain mill. Another reason why now with the soup factory I want these to be our root crops, because it literally means we're going to be able to take them straight off the field, dump them in the production it needs to be in. If there's an overspill, then we can deal with it. But hopefully we just get them all 42% full, so we've still got plenty of room. It's going to give us everything we need. Ooh, the day has really got away from us. I've got a lot of rolling to do, so I think next episode we're going to have a double dayer. Probably start off still in today. Let's get you going on this one. Generate the course, of course. First waypoint, go. Now I went back to the truck I was in. Like I said, next time we'll be doing a lot more rolling. That's another one of the big jobs. Then once we skip a day, we get to the next day. That's when these three and this guy need doing. They also need to weed one of those cotton fields before the weeds get too big and start majorly downturning our yield. Like I say, I want to finish by taking these. See what the farmer's market does with all of this. See what my truck does with that lamppost. Obviously, we're going to have to get the rolling room back. Something I don't do a lot of, folks, but let's turn the time down because I want to be able to get I want to make sure I can get the rolling done today. I really want the extra yield that comes off. Feels like he's on his last bit of a line, which isn't too bad. I'll be able to send him to another one just to help me out. I'm going to keep that Nemesis around for a bit. It's not just been bought for today, that else I would have rented or similar. Wow, you can just see that phasing in the distance. It's just interesting to have something that I know I've never run before. Even though it turns out it's pretty much a Kubota M8, and I have run one of those, so... I guess technically I have run it before, but just not with that paint job. You absolute bellend. You see a truck coming down the hill at 60 miles an hour, what do? Pull out in front of it. Because of course you do. Why would you do anything different? Oh, school bus. New shaped school bus. So if we need more money, say I will go and I will sell a load of stuff out of our. But we don't have any production up here, do we? Not at the moment, no. And I would love to own that proper big biogas plant, but it's a combination of the I hit the wrong button there. It's a combination of the expense of it, with the fact that I'm not sure if I'd actually have enough material to sort of feed it. As you can see now with ours, okay, ours is a slight difference. Ours is a really fast working one, but it still has. It still gets through. We end up with large periods of time when it's empty. Right, so I'm not sure if the wood chips are going to sell here or not. We'll find out. Everything else I know pretty much know will. No, they won't. I actually didn't sell for as much as I was hoping. So we still don't technically have enough for the biomass heating plant. So we're definitely going to have to sell some of the stuff we have in storage. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to come next time. So I would like to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe and share. Share with a friend, show other people if you really like what we're doing. Because what we'll do is, if you know we really like it, we'll try and do more of the same. These back up a bit neater. But yeah, so next time, more planting, more rolling. Hopefully by a biogas plant, hopefully by a heating plant. Get rid of a lot of wood chips and profit. So I shall hope you will join me for that. Till next time, we shall see you folks. Goodbye.